Welcome to the channel, I'm Sam the Ashen, and I'm going to rank the 3 main invasions in Terraria. There's a lot of events in Terraria, but there's really only 3 invasions, being the Goblin Army, the Pirates, and the Martians. I'm going to rank them based on how fun they are and what they give the player. Before we rank them, let's talk a little bit about each invasion. The Goblin Army. Probably the first major event for most of us that sent us scrambling. The Goblin Army doesn't have any crazy loot at first, just spiky balls and the harpoon, but maybe most importantly, it unlocks a really essential NPC, the Goblin Tinkerer. He allows us to reforge our stuff and sells us the rocket boots, which are a game changer. Also, the Goblin Army drops shadow weapons in hard mode, so that gives a little incentive to fight them again. Goblin Tinker NPC is definitely the best thing about this invasion in my opinion. The Goblin Army also gets some credit for being the first invasion and giving us some fun content, and also a little warm up for things to come, hinting at preparation probably being a good idea. The Pirate Invasion. I don't know about anyone else, but the Pirate Invasion was really tough for me the first few times, especially because of all the ranged attacks you have to deal with. Pirates are a nice change of pace as far as enemies go. It will definitely put your village to the test if you have one. Pirates are a hard mode only as far as I know, and they have some pretty cool drops such as the coin gun, the cutlass not being too bad, the lucky coin and discount card being decent accessories, and the pirate staff that summons little pirates to fight for you, even though I think it's regarded as a terrible summoner weapon choice. All of these are really rare drops, unfortunately. The best drops in my opinion are the golden furniture that are Pirate Invasion exclusives. They are really cool looking decorations that add some style to your base and can help show some progression stylishly. The Pirate Invasion also has an exclusive boss, the Flying Dutchman, which in my opinion isn't anything special, it just kind of shoots cannonballs down at you, but overall not too shabby.
Martian Madness.
Our final event. First time I had this happen, I was getting ready to fight the Duke, and all of a sudden this alien comes out of nowhere, and I panic and end up dying. If you don't know about this event ahead of time, it's a big surprise. It's definitely the first time you'll encounter any enemies like these. Luckily, I had my vampire knives, which were really useful during this fight. If you get far enough through this event, a boss will spawn as a big spaceship that shoots laser beams, missiles, and a pillar beam. If you take out the boss fast enough, more can actually spawn, allowing you to get multiple boss drops in a single event. The boss itself is pretty fun. It's fairly simple with only 3 different attacks, but with all the projectiles flying around, it's fairly challenging. This is definitely a hard mode exclusive invasion. I cannot imagine fighting it without wings or a hoverboard. The best drops that I got were the Influx Waver Sword, the Xeno Staff, which is a pretty solid summoner weapon, and the Cosmic Car Key, a spaceship mount that allows you to fly infinitely without stopping, which I think might be the first one that you can get at the time. Alright, now that we've went through all the invasions, let's go ahead and rank them. At number 3, we have the Pirate Invasion. Now this isn't to say that the Pirate Invasion is a bad event. It's just my least favorite out of the 3, and if I had to pick one to do without, it would be the Pirates. Don't get me wrong, I love the golden furniture, the discount card and golden coin aren't bad either, but altogether, it's just a bit average. Now, at number 2, we have the Goblin Army. Goblin Army itself isn't much better than the Pirate Invasion, but it's boosted up some because it's the first invasion you get, and it also gives you a very important NPC. It's also a great introduction to invasions, it just holds up a fairly solid place of importance. It's also the only invasion out of the 3 to be in both pre-hard mode and hard mode, giving it some replayability. Now, finally, at number 1, we have the Martian Invasion. Out of the 3, the Martians are the most unique enemies. I think that the Martian boss is the most fun to fight, and it almost definitely has the best drops, with the Influx Waver even being required to craft the infamous Zenith. At the end of the day, I like all these invasions, and I wouldn't take any of them out even if I could. What did you think of the ranking? Did you agree? Was it totally the opposite? I'm sure some people think that the Pirates are number 1. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, liking really does help me out a lot. If you want to see more from me, subscribing to the channel is a perfect way to do that. I post once a week on Sundays, so I will never clog up your feed. I appreciate you watching. Have a good one.